Dear Verastructor, thanks for joining me for this short time to talk about some things. I know this is largely a thinking experience, almost always. It being who I am, and it being the medium with which video and YouTube is built. But I hope you feel to some degree this presentation of perhaps other aspects that you are experiencing all the time as a human being. So thinking about the Wim Hof method, and to some degree I don't want to get too much into specifics, and the reason why is because I don't think there is a prescription. There's a prescriptive model for how one is supposed to have, say, a routine or ritual. But I will say that there is power in having a morning routine that is physiologically fun. And what do I mean by that? Is the cold water is physiologically fun. It presents a pattern shift, and one that I would argue is different from the true reset that is our routine, which is sleep. Sleep is a natural reset, a natural ritual, and you'll find that sleep very often includes spiritual, emotional, psychological aspects, social aspects even, that make it a holistic experience. It's your whole being. You can have religious revelation in dreams. You can have social experiences where you then take on different social aspects. And so that is the true reset of the morning of each new day, is sleep. But there is a benefit in having rituals all day long. Things that you do every single day at particular times, and by times I mean depending on where the sun is in the sky, so that you can regulate. And the most important ritual is one of acceptance, one of gratitude. Because obviously that can help bridge the gap between your expectations and reality. Because you're never going to be able to do your routine all the time. But more importantly, routines are not just physical. When you are taking part in a routine, this is why I like to call it a ritual, is that you're doing more than just a physical rote thing. You are engaging in a ritual. There are spiritual, religious ramifications of what you're doing. You may think you're engaging in an activity, but in actuality, you're choosing a mode of your body. And your body, not your body, but your being. And your being can do nothing except for holistic things. And so when you are eating a burger, you are participating in a religious sacrament. When you have depression, your body is undergoing a physiological experience as well. And the list goes on and on and on, which is why I can assert that darkness is light. Because it's all holistic. It's all included in the unity of reality. So this brings us to the idea of German New Medicine. And once again, I don't want to get into specifics because I think the prescriptive model is not helpful, but thankfully, German New Medicine is not as prescriptive it's a little more loose. It's a little more of this idea that there is an emotional, psychological aspect to disease, to symptoms, and that it is a healing mechanism as opposed to a death trap. So your body is healing at any given time, and things that appear to be unconnected are actually connected once you acknowledge that you are a holistic being. That includes spirituality, physicality, physiology, emotion, psychology. All these things are included in your experience. So when you have a symptom, it's helpful to acknowledge the actual cause and not just throw it out because it's not force equals mass times acceleration. It can be a metaphysical force, a psychological force. Which brings me to the idea of animism. Everything we do has a spirit. And I don't think that spirit, if we're following the model of German New Medicine, and we're following the model of routine, the power in routine, that one can see in something like the Wim Hof method, then we must conclude that the spirit that can exist, always exists in everything that we do, is our own. And that there is a holistic benefit to embracing and leaning into the spirituality of everything that we do. And so I hope that as you watch these videos, that you feel a sense of your complete being, that you feel a sense that that our videos can help you to sleep, that will help you to create rituals around eating and drinking and engaging with people, and to some degree stitching all those rituals together into a lifestyle that benefits you, that keeps you regulated, and so that you can feel the frequency of reality that stitches everything together. And that hopefully you can start generating new stories that are more inclusive of all the aspects of humanity, all the aspects of being a human. And actually actively negating and actively pushing back to stories that claim that you can have anything other than a complete human experience at any given point in time. Push back against that. You are human. Everything you do and feel and know and love is human, including your view of reality and of nature. It is a human-centric one in the best possible way. And to the point where I must conclude that not only are you a deep fountain of unique identity, but also reality is, and truth is, and there's no reason for you to view it any other way. And that as a human, reality shouldn't bend to a box or to any other shape, but that when you are psychologically thinking of something, that it is also embodied, and that when you are engaging with something spiritually, you're also engaging with something physically. Once again, you are a deep fountain of unique identity, Verastructor. Have a lovely week.